It was a quiet afternoon at a small-town gas station, where 85-year-old Harold Jenkins, a retired Army veteran, stopped to refuel his truck. His posture was stooped with age, but his pride and dignity remained intact. Harold wore his faded military cap, the one he had carried through wars and decades, a symbol of his lifelong service. As he leaned against his truck, humming softly, a group of bikers roared into the station, their engines growling louder than thunder. One of them, a burly man covered in tattoos, spotted Harold and smirked. "Hey, old man, nice hat," he sneered mockingly, stepping closer. Harold tried to brush it off, responding with a calm, steady voice. "Respect the service, son. That hat isn't for jokes." But the biker wasn't looking for peace. Fueled by arrogance, he shoved Harold's shoulder, causing the elderly man to stumble. "What are you gonna do about it, Grandpa?" he taunted, his gang laughing behind him. When Harold didn't retaliate, the biker's smirk twisted into cruelty. With one swift, brutal motion, he punched Harold square in the face, sending him crashing to the pavement. Gas station onlookers gasped, some pulling out their phones, others frozen in shock. Harold groaned, blood trickling from his lip, but his spirit remained unbroken. What the biker didn't know was that Harold's son, Captain David Jenkins, was nearby, just minutes away, returning from a classified military training exercise with his special operations team. One of the witnesses, horrified by what happened, called 911 and mentioned the assault on a veteran. That message reached David almost instantly through a direct channel. When he heard his father's name, his heart dropped, and within moments, armored vehicles pulled into the station. The ground seemed to shake as Captain Jenkins stepped out, flanked by a squad of elite soldiers in tactical gear. The bikers, once loud and mocking, fell silent, their laughter evaporating into fear. David rushed to his father's side, gently lifting him and checking his injuries. "You're okay, Dad, I've got you now," he whispered with a mix of relief and anger burning in his voice. Then he turned, his gaze locking onto the biker who had thrown the punch. The man's confidence dissolved under the weight of David's cold stare and the sight of heavily armed soldiers standing behind him. "Assaulting an elderly man is a crime," David said firmly. "But assaulting a decorated veteran, my father, just made your life a whole lot more complicated," the biker stammered, trying to back away. But soldiers had already surrounded him and his gang. Within minutes, they were disarmed, handcuffed, and handed over to local authorities. As Harold was helped into an ambulance, he gave his son a proud, grateful nod. The bikers, once fearless, now sat trembling, learning that some men may look fragile with age, but the honor they carry is backed by generations of strength and loyalty.